welcome back to the channel. So car is finally painted again. As you can see, it turned out a lot better this time, like absolutely 100%. I couldn't be happier with it. I'm actually afraid to even sit into it, it's that clean. So yeah, back to the square. Actually, we're back again. So heat shielding is back on, sub chains now is back in, so no turning back from here now. It definitely has to go back together this time, so we'll see what happens in this video. So one thing we did have to make was this little blanking plate for here. So what that is the original water port for the GE engine. So right, this is the original water port where the water neck comes out here. So the problem is we can't really get any AN16 bits for this engine, the GE engine, so we have to go about it. So originally the water comes in here and comes out the other side here and back into the water pump as a bypass system. Then when the thermostat opens, obviously this system is gone. So since we're running an electric water pump in this car, this system is completely obsolete. It's in and out. So originally the GTE never had this port on this side, this port here. So, but it did have this port here. So we're able to get an AN16 adapter that can go here perfectly, but we can't get one for the other side. So that's what that blanking plate is for, so we can get it onto this side instead. So it legit to be the exact same setup as a GTE. So I actually had to get this part made because they don't do them and no company makes them, so make what you can. So we have the steering column back in, clutch pedal, brake pedal, accelerator pedal, clutch line, handbrake, oil pedal here, and all of the lines for brakes. So we're slowly starting to put this car back together. So I'm just waiting on a few parts, so fingers crossed that will be going back in here very shortly. So I'm waiting on an intake manifold, I'm waiting on turbos, lines, a few small bits and pieces. I need to get time belt also for it as well, so fingers crossed they come during the week and we can combine all this into one video. So this is a Mishimoto oil thermostat from the lads at Group D. So what I have on this car is I have a pair of oil coolers, one here and one here. So one is running all the time and the second one's going to be on an 85-degree thermostat. So when they'll get a bit hot, it will kick in the second one. So very handy to have to control the oil temperature, because we don't want the oil getting too hot in this, because then there's low oil pressure and that's not a great day out for me. So let's get this mounted and get lines made up for the two oil coolers. So we have the little oil lock mounted, so nicely done with riv nuts, so it's not going to come off, so that's good. So we're going to make lines for all of here for the oil cooler now, so fingers crossed we can get these made today. So after a bit of a pain, they're done. So it's an absolute jungle, but I'll explain it briefly. So comes in from the engine into the Mokel oil cooler and the HKS filter, up into here, into the oil cooler, back out the oil cooler, into the thermostat. So once it goes into the thermostat, comes back over here when it's cold and back into the engine. But when that thermostat opens, it opens this second oil cooler and lets the whole lot circulate, so you have a nice decent flow of oil. So we have nice Group D fuel filter mount and this intake fuel filter from Group D mounted, so that goes back in there. So the fuel lines will be running up
and back over here. Underneath still isn't grey here, but I'm not too worried about it. So at the fuel line, come back here, and a nice little tight 90. It will come along here, and back down and underneath the car the whole way to the front. So very, very handy to have it there. Riv nuts are our best friend here, so no very little drilling and tapping. Just drill 2 holes, pop in the riv nuts, and away we go. So very happy with that.
So we have the window trim back on, and this was chrome, so I just painted it black. And we have the door opener on. Door opener might be overkill, but a lot of time when you're drifting as well, the smoke could be coming in from another driver, if you know what I mean. So it just gives that little bit of a chance of the window sealing, so you don't get smoke in the face. So it might just give that minor chance. So as you can see, we have another good bit done. So we have just the 2 wings I had from hanging up on the wall. They're the same wings we're going to use anyway. So they're just bolted to the car at the moment to get the headlights fitted. So they look fairly okay. This one here is a little bit out maybe, but I need to actually get a bonnet and get the proper, I know I have an M3 bumper, but I need to get a proper bonnet mounted and fitted so I know it's 100%. So they're the final checks for the car. And also engine is back in, so engine is back in, all the lines are in, looking tidy. I just have the crankshaft pulley off so I can get the new time belt and walk on blank, and carbon fibre covers, HI pulley, bits and pieces. So yeah, we're not going too bad. So I'm very happy the way the car is turned out at the moment. So onwards and upwards from here. So we just got fuel pressure regulator mounted, and we have the wiper motor also in. So that is the end of this video anyway. So hopefully in the next video the engine will be fully dressed or almost dressed. So as I said, it's a go slow at the moment. We had to respray the car, so everything was really went slow. So tune into the channel for the next video, which hopefully will be in a couple of weeks time. So like and subscribe.